Yo. So, a lot of people have been telling me lately, kind of my whole life too, you should be a comedian, Alex. You should have a podcast or something. And I'm kind of tired of hearing that. So, here it is, I guess. Not really sure what I'm going to talk about or what this Alex Dotto show should be about, but maybe I don't need to talk about anything, or it doesn't have to be about anything. It could just be a show about a guy, and that's it. So I'm trying here, guys, and it's for the people. And you know what? It's for me too, because I think one of the best things in life is to just laugh, just to hang out, just to have a good time. You know, everyone wants to be having a good time. You ever go to work and people are like, and you're all just like, whoa, what's going on, bro? And they're like, ugh. So you're just like, dude. But wouldn't it be so much better if we could all just hang out and get along and be reasonable and laugh and enjoy? One of my favorite quotes, I forget who said this, but he said it, and he said it well. He said, life is a comedy for those who think and a tragedy for those who feel. And I try to remind myself of that sometimes. You know, sometimes you get a little tired, a little emotional, and you feel like, dude, something's like not right with my life. But other times you just like think about shit and you're like, dude, like, why did I do that? That was stupid, right? And it's just whatever. Everything is whatever anyways, all the time, you know? Like, can you guys remember what happened like a week ago compared to now? You probably feel so much better. You probably don't even remember what happened a week ago, right? But at the time, it was like, oh my God, I feel so much. But if you just thought about it like you're thinking about it now, it's like, whoa. But I guess everything's easily understood in reverse. But yeah, welcome to the Alex Dotto show. I don't know who I'll be having as a guest. Maybe just like family members for now until, you know, Mr. Rogie calls me. Other than that, I'll probably just be filming myself in my car casting, solo car casting, and in various other destinations. Like, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, you know, creating stuff feels good, and here I am creating this video / audio for the people to enjoy, and I hope you guys do enjoy. And I hope we can laugh. I really hope we can laugh. I thought about doing some stand-up last week. Saw that there was an open mic in my area. Just get nervous talking about it. Oof. And I tried to like think of a set. I have some jokes I like to tell. People like those. But then life, and I was tired, and I kind of chickened out. See, I was feeling all emotional. I was like, oh man, like, I'm not even funny, bro. But thinking about it now, I'm like, dude, I'm funny as hell. I should have just done that. And gotta hit the next one, you know? I gotta hit the next one. I do think now is a good time for comedy. A lot of people are kind of laughing at the ridiculousness of life, which it can be. As we're moving forward, trying to figure out what is what these days. I'm only 27 and life has changed a lot in my lifetime. Like society and stuff like that, I guess, but it's my first go around, right? Now I don't know what to expect here. Anyways, I did try an open mic one time, and I told this story, but my problem was I just wanted to talk good, so I forgot to tell the joke. I kind of just went up and spoke in front of people, and it was a story about me going for a coffee run, and this homeless man, very nice homeless man, he's holding the door open for everybody. I'm thinking, wow, like homeless guys don't do that. You know, at least he's being nice, helpful, right? You feel for the guy. You're like, oh, let me do something nice for him too. So I go into the coffee shop, Tim Hortons, and I get this guy a chocolate dip donut. Nothing wrong with a chocolate dip donut, by the way, okay? It's chocolate that it has been dipped in. Okay, just a nice donut. And I go aside and I go, hey bro, this is for you. And he goes, oh, thanks, man. Is it a muffin? Now I'm already pissed off. Muffin? Are you kidding me? You know, well, all of a sudden beggars are choosers here. And I go, nah, dude, it's a donut. And this guy looked at the donut and he looked me right in the eyes. And he goes, oh, thanks, man, but I don't want to get diabetes. Diabetes? Diabetes. You smoke crack and you're afraid of sugar? Brother, when's the last time you even ate something? Diabetes? You know how much you gotta eat to get diabetes like that? It's just the one donut's gonna put you over? I highly doubt that, dude. So I ate that donut. I left. And I ate that donut out of spite. I'd never been so mad eating a donut. But I've since come to respect that man because, like I said, turns out beggars can be choosers. There's always a choice. There's always an option. Don't have to conform to what people think. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you were on a bridge. And now you're in the middle of the bridge. And you're like, oh, I can only go this way or that way. You could also jump off the freaking bridge, man. That's another option, right? Something to think about anyways. So I guess I will just be ranting on video and posting it for your enjoyment as well as mine. I do like to talk about things. I think talking helps me articulate my thoughts. Yeah, that's something I heard. I really like that. Talking is like articulating your thoughts. So I'll talk to my ma a lot because, you know, I'll say, what's up, ma? I should say, oh, hi, Alex. What do you want? You know, because she's tired of me calling her. I'll just say, you know what? Like, what's crazy? Like, I tell her what's crazy. And then I'll kind of just let it out, man. I'm talking to myself, but through my ma. Because your ma is like this lady who can love you unconditionally, and you can, you know, tell her like really what's up or like the weird parts of you, you know what I mean? It's like, ma, like, you know, help me out, ma. But like when she does give me advice, it's like, ma, that's horrible advice. Like, Have you even been in that situation I was talking about? You know what I mean? I'm not really like looking for advice here, Ma. I'm kind of just trying to talk. So, thank you, Ma. I really appreciate that, Ma. You're great. Anyways, yeah. And it comes, right? Like people are like, it comes and goes is what I'm saying. Like you get these ideas, you get these things you want to talk about, something happens, you want to think about it, you want to work through it in your mind. Where's this going? And then the whole like being funny thing, that's kind of like, I find that situational, you know what I mean? Like it is hard to be a comedian, but I could see how rewarding that is for those guys, you know? And I always thought like, nah, man, I'm funny, like situational, conversational funny. Like if me and you were talking and you're telling me about some bullshit, I could be like, dude, that's bullshit. And we laugh about it, you know, we're buddies, we're hanging out. But to actually sit there and come up with like 60 minutes, wow, that's a lot of minutes, man, of like proven material. How do you prove material? You just got to tell people jokes all the time and be like, oh, okay. So you tell everybody like the same joke. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to work through that right now, but I do have some jokes. Life is funny. Trying to remember what like happens. You know, you have like some fucking, oops, try not to swear here. Have some like thing happen to you in life and it's like funny. You know what I'm saying? And then you like, oh, you really break down that situation and you think, that's funny. And then you tell people and you realize, wow, it is funny. But because I'm making it funny and I'm telling it in a funny way. So yeah, I'm going to try and do this like every week. I don't know, Mondays, I guess. Today's Monday. And if you find this, I hope you have a good time figuring it out with me. And feels good. Feels good. You know, I was driving home and I was like, dude, like, listen to podcasts all day. And I'm way funnier than any of these guys. And I don't have a podcast. So maybe I should have a podcast. And so I went home, did a little studying. I got a big exam I'm trying to take. And had some dinner. And then I came to my car for some privacy on my first show. And here we are in my first show. So yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta ride that wave of spontaneity, you know? It's just like staying consistent. Because like, whew, thinking about doing this and then actually doing this is like two different things, you know what I mean? Like, checking myself out all the time as I'm talking to you guys here because I just did this mustache goatee combo. Just got it complimented too. This guy's like, dude, I love the what do you say? I love the Captain Morgan look. Whew. That felt really good, you know, especially after watching some Pirates of the Caribbean. That's great. That's really nice. But I'm trying to stay on topic. But today there is no topic. So it's good. You know, things are good. You gotta try and keep things good. And sometimes people don't want it to be good. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they don't want it to be good, they just make it not good. So you gotta kind of like filter through the goodness and get rid of the not so goodness until everything's just great. Because you know, it was bad. You know, that's crazy, like how contrast life is. Like, imagine we had no problems, we'd start making problems. Because, like, if you were never sad, were you ever really happy? I think about that sometimes. You know, it's like, this too shall pass. Like, you're feeling really good about something, and you're like, oh man, I feel great. And you're like, oh no, this too shall pass. And then you feel like really bad about something, and you're just like, this too is gonna pass. So that's nice. But it does seem like the sad times kind of last a bit longer. I don't know, I've kind of experienced life in waves. Like, good things happening, and then, oh shit, bad things are happening. And then a long time after that, and then it's, oh my god, good things are happening. Good things are happening. But imagine it's just always good things, good things, good things, good things. Eventually, there's going to be some bad things, man. And were they ever really good if they were never really bad? You know? I guess what I'm saying is you got to take the good with the bad. And you got to be patient with yourself. You know, patience is hard to have. All these virtues, people say, oh, just be patient. You got to have patience. Yeah, it's easier said than done. But if you can really just take some time to be patient with yourself, you know, and your decisions, and not be reactive, but like proactive. Like, somebody ever do something to you and you're just like, whoa, you know, you're offended, but it's like, oof, okay, let me step back here and analyze this whole situation that I'm finding myself in. Is it worth, you know, choose your battles, people. You got to choose your battles. And you got to win through actions. You got to win through your actions. Because winning through your arguments is like, oh, bro, you're stupid. It's like, no, you're stupid. And then that's just like, you know, it's kind of weird. But if someone's like, bro, you're stupid, and you're like, I just walked away. Like, as if you are the determiner of stupids. You know? Yeah. Being patient with yourself and others. But I also think, like, am I such a bad person? Or am I so unreasonable for not wanting to reason with the unreasonable? Like, if you're talking to somebody and they're just always unreasonable, and you're like, bro, I'm just trying to reason. But they're like, nah, I'm unreasonable. And every time you try to reason, they're unreasonable. It's like, why would I want to reason with you if you're just so unreasonable? You know? And it's kind of hard to let things go. Or people, you know, but peace is paramount. That's like the stuff, you know. I think that's the way we should be moving towards, is peace. Like personal peace, world peace, piece of cake. You know, it's good. It makes sense. Peace. And like calmness. I like to stay calm. You know, staying calm is a superpower. And I believe that, you know, it's true. Like, you ever see something like happen and people freaking out like, oh my God. And it's like making it worse. But then you see that guy and he's calm. And he's like, yo, I got this. And he comes and he clutches the moment. Everything's good. He was calm. And he brought the peace back. So maybe being calm is a path towards peace. But then you also want to be a peacemaker, right? You want to spread your peace. But some people, they don't want a piece of your peace. And that's fine, man. But one day they're going to be like, yo, I want peace. And then it's going to be like, well, dude, that's what all I was trying to do is be peaceful. You know, you can have a piece of the peace. We can all have a piece of it, the peace, and share our pieces of peace. Just have to want it. Yeah, I didn't mean for this to be a inspirational thing, but I'm pretty inspired right now, you know? You gotta try. These are just like things I have floating around in my mind, like different philosophies that have helped me, you know, in my life. And like as I age and mature and I kind of look back on things, I go, man, I feel more peaceful now, you know? I want to be peaceful. I want peace. I want to bring my peace, drop my pieces of peace all around, and spread that good peacefulness. You know? Because, like, you know, you're a dude and you're younger, you're trying to figure stuff out, and it's like, whoa, this is different. You're learning all these things, and it's like you want to be this person, you want to be that person, but it's like, dude, you just gotta be yourself, man. The world doesn't need more of whatever everyone else is trying to be. It needs more of individuals like you and me, because that's what makes the world, right? Like if we were all the same, that would suck. That would really suck. It'd be really boring. But everyone's little individual piece of individuality, I'm looking for a different word here, adds to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Gotta piece it together. And be yourself. Like I remember all the times I wasn't myself, or like I didn't feel like myself. I was like, who am I? That's confusing, you know? It's not a good feeling. You want to be true to yourself. Like, I honestly think if everybody just took a moment to just sit in silence somewhere or whatever and really think about it, you would know exactly how to fix your life. Like, everybody knows what that thing is that they need, you know? Even if they just, like, deny it or whatever, like, that's in you, you know? Like, it's like, oh man, my life would be so much better if it just X and X. That might be painful, but at least you gotta admit that shit, you know? That's like the first step. And then once you admit it, it's like nagging at you. And you're like, oh man, like I gotta like do X or stop doing X, you know? It's not always about doing more things or other things. It's also about like, what can you do less of? What can you stop doing, you know? But I really think if we all just took that time to just sit there and think about that, we'd all have the answers like this. Because we know. We're the ones who kind of like put ourselves in our own problems, right? And sometimes it's as simple as thinking, oh, this isn't even a problem. You know, do a little stoicism, you know, a little switcheroo. Like, my problems aren't even problems. Or if like somebody hurts your feelings, they don't really hurt your feelings. You're feeling hurt about what they did. Like, nobody can make you feel anything. You feel it because of what they did. So, therefore, your feelings can be a choice, Marcus Aurelius? Yeah, it makes sense, like, when you think about it, you know? And if you do some more reading and philosophy, I know I'm not doing too much of a good job here explaining that, but like I said, I kind of just want to share what's helped me in life, my challenges, my successes. And I'm still learning, you know. The worst people are like those people who think they know everything already. It's like, dude, even if you did know everything right now, there's still more stuff that you're going to have to know later. You know, stuff changes. There are some universal kind of timeless truths and stuff like that, but like society and like changing and stuff like that, you know, that stuff changes. Like every day stuff happens. And now every week we can figure it out together on the Alex Dotto Show. Thank you very much for listening. I'm going to keep this one short. And I look forward to this, you know. I really like, it was nice meeting you all. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you, this nonsense. And yeah, I think I'll be doing this every Monday, drop a new one. So have a good one, guys. Take care. Ciao.